Darfur was the big one when we were like in high school, and then there was Joseph Kony, that guy.
That guy rules.
No, he doesn't. Shout out Joseph Kony.
You want to come on the pod, Joseph? Joseph Kony fucks.
And General Buck Naked
kids.
Yeah, he does. He does. They do. They fuck like 12-year-olds and then sacrifice they find virgins in the villages and then sacrifice the virgins and then eat their hearts because they think it gets them closer to God. But
oh yeah.
Wait, did you ever hear about General Buck Naked? Do you know anything about that guy?
I actually have heard that phrase, but I don't know if I know anything about him. Not phrase, but that name.
Etymology.
Yeah. Nickname.
General Buck Naked. He was I want to say he's a Sudanese guy, but he might be the guy from Cote d'Ivoire or fucking Liberia. One of the two. Yeah, that's a hard one.
They probably say that about Canada and the United States. They're probably like, fucking they're all the same.
Round eyes.
White people, pieces of shit, oppressors.
Yeah, all piezo.
Yeah.
But the General Buck Naked, he was this guy. He was like a warlord. He might be like Liberia. I think he's Liberia because Liberia was in a civil war for a really long time, and I know it bred a bunch of all the dudes that were culminated into the movie Lord of War. You know, the African guy that
I never saw that movie.
Oh, okay. So Nick Cage sells guns to this African warlord, and he's supposed to be a culmination of several people, but kind of personified in Idi Amin, who was an African.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's a dictator over in Africa. So it was supposed to be Idi Amin, and then his kid was supposed to be a bunch of an eclectic gathering of warlords, but ultimately the one that he was supposed to exemplify is Buck Naked. And General Buck Naked was this guy who would sacrifice. He would find a kid, and the kid would for the most part be willing. And this was so before they go into battle, they would pretty much go into whatever village they conquered the night before, liberated the night before, and would find they would just party. They would just straight oh, we won, we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna do a bunch of heroin, we're gonna fuck it, we're gonna get fucking sideways. So they get fucking sideways, have a big orgy, and by orgy I mean find one not willing participant and then just rape them to death, which is the other theme on this.
That's an orgy.
It's
an orgy if I ever.
So
Joe loves Nazis and Joe loves
rape to death rapes. Yeah, death rapes. But
you don't want to they're doing him a favor. You don't want to leave them with that trauma. You just gotta.
It's a dark thing. It's real. Around. Yeah, but so they would do that. They'd spend the whole night doing heroin, fucking getting drunk and raping people, and then they'd wake up the next morning, probably afternoon, and they would go to the next village that they had to conquer. And before they would do that, they would select a 12 to 14-year-old boy and just sacrifice him and eat his brain and heart and lungs and shit.
It's really good for you.
And they would say that would give them this unholy spirit. So then they switch over to
they probably just felt amazing because they're eating fresh fucking organs and getting insane amounts of nutrients.
Yeah, that's also I've never thought of it like that. That's actually a really interesting take on that.
Organ, I know organ meats liver and heart and stuff is actually really, if you could stomach it, it's really good for you.
Rich in nutrients. Oh,
so it's
sense.
They're eating even brain. It's really good for you. Eyes are really good for you. People fucking eat testicles, so they're just eating fresh human brain. They're probably all Hollywood adrenochromed, fucking fired up.
Yeah, that's true. The kid was probably scared. They probably got a shitload of it because that's what the adrenochrome thing is. The reason they choose younger people is because there's not as much blood in their bodies and the adrenaline is more concentrated. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Buck Naked would then, after starting doing cocaine and khat.
I've heard of khat.
Khat was from Black Hawk Down. That's what all the Somalians would chew on. It's like a mixture. It's like doing a speedball, but you don't smoke it. You just chew it. And
chew leaves, right?
Yeah, and you fucking get all hopped up, and it gives you crazy energy, and then you come down real hard. So it's like doing a speedball. But
let's try some khat on the pod.
Yeah, that sounds great.
2 hots and a cot. We're intermittent fasting. We don't do 3. I just mistakenly said 2 hots and a cot.
That's fair. But yeah, so Buck Naked would strip down naked and then fucking go into battle, and he would rape, pillage, burn, shoot, loot, fucking do
never
whatever.
Got his ding dong shot off?
No, never got his ding dong shot off. I think he got wounded a couple of times, but yeah, ultimately.
Scrape my helmet.
So ultimately the fighting in the regions that he was active in kind of quelled down. It's not perfect over there, but it is a lot calmer. So do you know where Buck Naked is now?
fucking nude beach in like Spain or something?
Nope. He is going around to all the places that he raped and pillaged, and is now. He said that Jesus
Making
Christ.
amends.
Yeah, Jesus Christ came to him in a vision, and he says that Jesus Christ told him he needs to apologize for all the people he killed. So he goes around and awkwardly apologizes
To the families?
to the families of the people. Like,
Hey,
oh yeah,
I raped your sister to death, but
I'm not even kidding you. The video I saw, he says that exact thing. That's exactly it. He's like, yeah, we raped and killed your sister. I'm sorry. God wants it. And it's like he's awkwardly like talking to this girl's like completely disheveled and like distraught mother who's like, you did like heinous things to my daughter. And he's like, yes, but I've spoken to God personally, and he wants me to convey that I'm sorry. And she's like,
okay, thanks.
Okay, like that's not gonna bring my daughter who you brutally murdered back. Like it's so awkward. But yeah, that's like
It's like 12-step making amends, but like way more awkward.
super insanely awkward.
You can kill yourself at me.
At suicide. But yeah, the first subject is gonna be Mark. Because I included that. I found his ad on YouTube.
I found it insane that like he's not
getting paid,
making money off that. That was a good fucking ad.
I was like, dude, like
he's not a good actor, but like that was just a solid. Like I don't know.
He actually is a good actor. They wanted him to like ham it up, but yeah, that's exactly like why I included it because I found that out too, and I was like, that's fucked. Like I mean, it's not fucked. He's getting cards like, and he's a real big Magic the Gathering guy, which I don't know if that's what you ascertained
So he gets
from.
compensated in a way.
Yeah, he gets compensated. So like he's not
fair.
He's not
and
upset.
I didn't mean to say he's a bad actor. I just meant like
no,
that
he
was
is
clearly hammed up.
Yeah, he was doing a deliberately bad job, but like he was like in all of my fucking student films when I was in college, and he's like a legitimately good actor.
No shit.
Like he's like someone that never took acting class. He just doesn't take like shit seriously enough to like care. So if you ask him to do something, like there was like one that I did where we had to make a documentary, or like it was like a documentary production class, so I had to make a documentary film, and I didn't have anything that was like interesting enough to make like a subject on. So I just took Mark to a thrift store and was like, here's $20, buy something, and just like that's gonna be your costume for the fucking or for the documentary. So he comes back with like a fucking like suit jacket with like the fucking elbow pads and like some kooky like hat or something, like a pork pie hat. It was like $15. So I'm like, fucking yeah, like you're a beatnik. So what does the beatnik do? And he's like, we both play drums, so we have drumsticks. And he's like, all right, I'm a beatnik and I play the drums on stuff. So he would just like go around our house because our house was a fucking mess, and he would just play on like the fucking empty garbage that was like the beer bottles.
This clip wasn't this on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I put it on YouTube, and it's like just the clip of him walking around playing on people's bumpers in our neighborhood. But like, dude, he did such a good job. I got a fucking A on the project, and the professor like took he took like a couple minutes after it was done. He was like doing a Q&A with me about like, hey, like, so like, how did you find this actor? He's like, oh, that's just like my roommate. He's like, no, like for real, like he's like, no, like, where did you hire him from? I was like, no, he's my roommate. He's
Central
like,
Casting, New York City.
He just, like, he couldn't fathom that this was just something that me
like
and
your
him...
boy.
Yeah, like, my boy was just willing to fucking, like, commit to the fucking role like that. And then, like, every film I did from there on out, he was in. Like, there's one where we kept getting busted for getting caught drinking underage on campus. So we had to go to these alcohol hearings every fucking, like... It was pretty much, like, routine. Like, we would get busted, like, on the top of the month when they would do the rounds. And then, like, by the end of the month, we all had to go to these, like, alcohol seminars and shit.
How would you even get busted? Like they would come into the house party, or they would fucking...
So
you guys are just in the park with 40s and paper bags or something?
When you live in certain rooms, like, because there's like different dormitories all over campus.
You were in dorms still at this point.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Like,
yeah, I lived in the dorms for 2 years.
Oh shit.
So
I always forget about that because you only really tell stories about when you guys lived in that rental house or
109, yeah, dude, fucking that house
wasn't a frat house. It was just like you guys were all just buddies living together, right?
Yep. We sold believe it or not.
You rented it?
Yeah, we rented it. We had that house for like 2 years, and every frat that was like on campus would buy drugs from us. So
that's great to talk about on the air.
Dude, it's like
statute of limitations.
Yeah, it's like
babe.
7 years ago. Like that, it was true though, because like the Silk Road was popping at that time, and like I won't say, like, for obvious reasons I won't say who, but like I had a roommate that was like all about the fucking Silk Road. He had a friend that was mining bitcoins before it was like fashionable to do so.
Think
like
he still has any fucking bits?
Oh, totally.
Around?
Dude,
they're
kid,
worth $48K right now. When I looked yesterday.
Dude, he's got the kid that fucking figured out how to get all the Silk Road and how to get all that shit was like super fucking smart. He's definitely
like 100 bitcoins.
Nah, he's got like probably at least like a $250,000 in Bitcoin, or like if he was smart about it.
But can you imagine, like, you're one of the Silk Road dudes back in the day, and you get popped or whatever, and you had like 200 bitcoins, because bitcoins were only like 50 cents a piece or something then.
Yeah, they were negligible. Like,
yeah,
it was.
So you have like 200 of them, and you go to jail on like a 10-year fucking cocaine trafficking charge, but the feds never get your bitcoin. You come out and it's worth like fucking 100 million. Like, there's got to be people like that had old bitcoin, and then like when it boomed, they fucking, you know, like there was overnight millionaires off that shit when it fucking spiked like that. Like, it's fucking.
One of the funnier fucking headlines that came out was that hooker that robbed the guy in fucking Miami, because there's a Bitcoin guy, and he kept all his fucking like personal assets like on a hard drive, and he had a hard drive in a safe, and he hired an escort. And the escort, I guess, did her due diligence on who it was. And she came up with a gun. It was like, yeah, I'm taking all your fucking... safe. Yeah, she was like, I'm taking your hard drive. And he's like, what? I don't have any money. She's like, I'm taking your hard drive. And then, like, fucking took his hard drive. He's like, I lost 200 Bitcoin. Like, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, it was like his life savings and shit, too. He was like a high roller.
I would murder her.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's like kind of, if you're calling an escort service, it is kind of easy to figure out who they are. But I'm sure an escort knows how to disappear pretty quick, too.
I don't care. I would fucking...
Here's like one too, like, you know how like people...
I wouldn't hand over, like, just shoot me.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you're gonna have to... You're catching a fucking murder charge with this robbery. Yeah. Shoot me. Because I'm not handing you 200 fucking Bitcoin.
No, I would never have
shoot me in the fucking face, bitch. You don't have the fucking balls. And I go, boom! Grab the gun like those movies.
Yeah.
Or not the movie, like those, you don't have social media. There's like some guy who's giving self-defense tips where he's like, grab the wrist, push the gun away, turn the gun around, and now you have the power. And like, people make fun of it. They're like, okay, I'll try it. And like, they have a fake gun held to their head, and they go, pff, and then it's just like heaven background and
lights
like,
out.
Yeah, angel music playing, and they're like, oh man, it didn't work. This is literally the guy's with a gun to his face. He's like, grab the wrist and twist. And they're like, what? But I would try some shit. Like, for that much. If it was like 50,000, 25,000, like,
yeah, that's fine.
I'm not dying over it, but
you would put up a fight or something. Like,
no,
you'd have to tie you up.
A gun to my face for like 25K, like, that's an L. But
yeah,
life savings, 200 Bitcoin times 50,000 is like,
yeah. Oh, this is when it was booming too. It was like when it was like 63, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, for anything like $1 million or more, like, you're gonna have to shoot me. Like, just. Are you gonna catch a murder charge?
Like, yeah, for real.
Because I'll give you $100,000 to fuck off right now. Like, that's what I would have tried to like.
That's a really good conundrum too, because like now that I like practice.
Call their bluff. She's not trying to catch a fucking murder rap. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
I fucking after like living in New Orleans, where like I highly doubt that like somebody would have any qualms about pulling the trigger, just because like life's cheap down there. But dude, there's also there's a difference between like if me and you were like some dude, like two white guys going to the hood to cop heroin and we get beat. That's like one thing. I kind of consider that with like the guy.
It's like charge it to the game.
Exactly. Like a guy puts a gun to your face. Well, you know what? I'm screwed.
I'm in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah. Like, but then if it's like you're walking around like on the boardwalk or something, and some dude comes up to you in a very public place and is like, "Yo, I got the strap," and like puts it on you or whatever. Like, man, there's cameras everywhere. You're not fucking getting away with this. Like, yeah, either you're bluffing, pull the fucking trigger, or get the fuck out of my way. Like,
I don't know.
I
might just strip my pockets in that situation. I'm not calling some crackhead's bluff. I'm taking a gut shot like Tony Soprano.
I don't be like a crackhead. Like, I'd be like a very fucking public. Because like in New Orleans, I guess it's more prevalent because you don't really see that around here. But like, there was a video from the year I moved out, so 2020.
On me, but if I had like 200 or less, bro, just take it.
No, there was a video.
If I had like 1,000,
there was a video of a guy who got knocked out. And the guy was like walking with his son, and his son was maybe like 15 years old. And these two guys walked up behind them, and one sucker punches the old guy. The guy falls, cracks his head open, goes brain dead on the fucking scene, and then died 2 days later in the hospital.
Yeah, and that guy's probably doing 30 to life in fucking jail.
So people started fucking open carrying a lot more, and like they had to put like fucking signs and shit that were like, yeah, we do not tolerate open carry on like Bourbon Street and all this other shit. And like there's always been like anti-gun shit on Bourbon Street just because it's like a rowdy place.
Yeah.
But like
alcohol.
Yeah, yeah, but
firearms don't really mix.
But remember when I told you on like a couple episodes ago that there was that shooting on Canal Street where I like walked through where the shooting was like an hour before it happened? There, like I think it was like maybe a week or so before that. Someone fucking got shot like on Bourbon Street, like coming out of a fucking bar, and it was like a hit. Like somebody knew who they were going for, but they fired multiple shots at the person, and a couple, like I think like one or two other people got hit by ricochets. And I'm like, That's more like what I'm afraid of
Me
than like
too.
someone coming up to me and just being like, yo, give me your phone. Because like if you got to do that, I don't think you're gonna pull the trigger. I think there's like a 25% chance you're not gonna pull the trigger.
You're just trying to scare me into me giving up your shit.
Yeah,
it's the same if you're a cashier. That's why they tell you just to give it up. But like, he's not gonna fucking blow a cashier. But there is crazy fucking people that will.
That's a different paradigm too. But like because you're sitting on you don't know if they want you to go to the safe, and they don't even know if there is a safe. They're just gambling on that. And if you move kind of wonky, they could fucking tense up and accidentally fucking shoot you like that bank teller. Like
any situation with, like, there's a chance, but like I don't know how. Like it's very easy for me to say like I would fucking, you're gonna have to shoot me, but I can't really like say what I would do with a gun in my face. It's never happened to me, so like I don't blame that guy for fucking giving it up.
Totally.
But that sucks. Like I don't know.
That
like
suck.
One of the I don't know.
It's like a good season of 60 Days In, where it's just like that first season of 60 Days In is that exact same fucking way, where they have the dude who's like.
I never watched that,
dude. First season.
I heard it's interesting.
First season is great. Season 4 is pretty fucking good too, because like the guy they get like a white kid and put him in a black jail, and he ends up befriending all these like Crip gangbangers.
Sweet.
And there's like an episode where
That's
he's
not
like,
how I thought that was gonna go.
Yeah, like he ends up like because they all play ball, like they all ball in the jail. So like the kid goes up for a rebound and gets elbowed in the forehead and doesn't like let on that like he was like, no, it was just a basketball accident. And then they take him. They're like, "Are you okay? Do you feel threatened?" He's like, "No, it was just a basketball accident." He didn't say nothing about nothing. Goes back, and they're all like, "All right, white boy's cool."
Yeah, they're like the Goodfellas scene, like, "Hey, took your first bench."
They're like, he's like in the fucking cell.
Remember, Hendry.
Yeah, this is
never telling your friends and never telling your friends. I forget what the 2 lines were.
Yeah, never telling
always
your
keep
friends.
your mouth shut.
Yeah,
never telling your friends and always keep your mouth shut. He fucking pinches his cheek.
I'll give you a cheeky pinch.
Oh. Hendry. Hey, Hendry, how you doing?
Hey, Hendry, how you doing? That kid, I told you that.
Pesci fucking rules.
That little. I like doing Joe Pesci because it's like an impression I can actually like. You close your eyes, I'm like, "You motherfucker." You win.
You only exist out here because of me.
You win.
You Jew motherfucker, you.
I win. Fuck you. Pay me. I lose. Fuck you. Pay me. I come through. Fuck you. Pay me.
Like, fuck you. Pay me.
Fuck you. Pay me. He's an easy one. No, I think that if you stab someone to fucking death, that's pretty good. Like if there's 2 parties to check into a hotel room and someone thunderdomes and
her statement was, and then just one thing led to another and a situation occurred.
Dude, shut up. Yeah, she's getting fried. She's getting fried. They got the death penalty down there, dog.
She's not. She's facing murder 2. Murder 1 is capital murder. Whatever the
if it was
first degree.
If she rented the hotel or got the guy, coerced the guy, and then coerced the guy into getting the hotel room, or she rented the hotel room.
What she's facing, I don't think is death penalty because it's second degree.
But it's gonna get bumped up if she did it premeditatedly, and like because they have premeditated murder down there is like that's how they get people on death row, because it's like basically you don't have to like leave the house with the intent of doing a crime, but if you acknowledge that you were like it wasn't something reactionary, and it was something aggressive.
There's something so small that they can get you on premeditated as simply as cocking a fucking shotgun. Yeah. That's premeditated.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the guy cocked it again and shot someone else, and like that one's premeditated. You had to think about fucking reloading the next shell. But this is the last time I'm gonna cut you off. Another good show on Netflix. It's like I Am a Killer or something. There's 2 seasons, and it's like dudes that are on death row. And then, like, most of them end up getting their death row shit, like dropped.
They get exonerated or whatever in life.
There was some Supreme Court thing that, like, made it so that execution juries have to be unanimous. So, like, there's people that are on there, like, 10-2, and they got removed off death row and just put on life without parole.
Yeah.
But that's a totally aside about that show. If you want to mindfuck, watch that show. People, like, killing their own fucking, like, family members and shit. And just, like... It's like they started off so like they make the fucking killer seem like kind of likable, and then he's like, yeah, and then I murdered my grandma with a baseball bat, and you're like, Jesus what Christ. The fuck, like what? How do you do that? Like that show was could not turn it off, dude. That you like hate the person by the end of it. You're like, this guy is such a fucking piece of shit. Like in the beginning, I'm like, this guy seems all right.
That's like fuck. I got so many movies I wanted to bring up because I just spent like the last 3 days fucking watching movies. But yeah, the one if you ever get the chance, watch Monsters Ball. It's got
I've heard of it.
It's got Billy Bob Thornton, Orlando Bloom, I think, and fucking Puff Daddy.
P. Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy's.
Diddy. Oh, he's just Diddy now.
Yeah, he's Diddy.
He don't pee no more.
He was. He's backed up. He's got kidney stones. P. Diddy, why not Q Diddy or something?
QAnon.
Tell me all the fucking
Pizza
truth.
Diddy.
Yeah, oof. That's an interesting. We can get in there.
We're not going conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball. Who's that fucking? She's the like small fucking short-haired chick. She's in the Transformers movie. Fucking Halle Berry.
Okay.
So Halle Berry's in it, and she has this like fat little son, and dude, it is a depressing ass movie. So Orlando Bloom and fucking Billy Bob Thornton are jailers. Like they're dudes that like they're like one of like the select like death row units that basically like they spend the time with the prisoners before they get put to death, and then they basically like give them the lethal injection and whatnot.
Oh,
and the whole fucking movie is about, it's a movie that's like anti-death penalty. That's like the whole premise of it.
I don't know. I think.
But wait, you gotta hear about this. So funny. It's so dark. But if you could get through the morbid darkness of this movie, it has like gut-bustingly hilarious fucking like setups and payoffs. So Orlando Bloom and Billy Bob Thornton's his dad, they go to the same fucking hooker. And like it's not like a hot sex scene, it's just some lady that comes in and pulls her pants down, bends over her desk, and then they start doing it. But it's like kind of this setup where it's like
sounds hot to me.
Like father, like son, like they just kind of do the same thing with the same hooker in the same way, but like not at the same time. Who went
first?
The Billy Bob Thornton does. But then like,
it's like I'm first, son, then you.
They fuck up killing P. Diddy. Because P. Diddy's like supposed to do something, and like one of the dudes freaks out while they're about to kill him, and it makes it like indignant or something. So Billy Bob Thornton freaks out on Orlando Bloom because he's the one that freaked out.
I'm gonna set that out for now.
And fucking Orlando Bloom just is like, "You've always been hard on me, Pa," and then fucking pulls out a revolver and shoots himself in the chest on his couch. So like that is like insanely dark. And then it's like a couple of scenes go by.
Did he live?
No, he died. So like a couple of scenes go by, and then Billy Bob Thornton's just back to fucking the same hooker in the same way, and she's like, "Hey, where's your son at?" And he just like doesn't say anything.
He just keeps going. Yeah. Nice.
So
this guy fucks.
Then Halle Berry is P. Diddy's husband in the movie.
Where's your boy?
And P. Diddy gets put to death, so they kill P. Diddy, and then Halle Berry, it's through one way or another, just happens to run into Billy Bob Thornton, and Billy Bob Thornton takes like pity on her because he knows who she is, but she doesn't know who he is, I think, or maybe vice versa. But like he takes pity on her, and like he then becomes like very outwardly aggressive, and he like sees her in town. And then there's just for no reason whatsoever, the movie just abruptly, she's got this chubby little son, and the kid just gets hit by a car for no reason and dies.
I love movies like that. And then
Halle Berry is so distraught that she goes over to Billy Bob Thornton's house. He's like calling her the N-word, and then just like gets completely naked and fucks him. And then he just says, "Yeah, well, I guess we have ourselves a real monster's ball." And then the movie just kind of peters out from there. It's like, dude, it is like the weirdest.
He said it.
It's like exactly like Peter Griffin. He said it. He's the link to the line.
Literally.
Lois.
I'm so glad you got the reference.
Dude, holy shit, that movie is like so awkward, and like it's funny. It's really funny, but it is just dark. It's like
sounds right up my fucking. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, Monsters Ball. Okay, but then I also watched Dances with Wolves over the summer. I did one of my podcasts. Yeah,
we watched that in like high school or middle school or something. I love that movie.
I love that
movie. Made me want to be a Native American. I was like, I'm living in the wrong era, man. Like people are always like, the 50s sock hops. We're in the wrong generation. Like, nah, I want to go like hunt buffalo and like live in a teepee. They made it look fucking sick in that movie.
They did. You get to go hunt Tatanka.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, there's like the little kids. You remember the little kids in that movie?
I saw it like 12 years ago in high school.
It's on Netflix. Watch it tonight. I'm telling you, dude. There's these 3 little kids, and like they're like kind of the motivating thing because the kids are like they know where what's his face fucking Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner. They know where Kevin Costner is, and like the Indians figure out where he is first, and then go at war with another tribe or something like that. And they like he's just kind of in the middle, and he's like getting ready to defend himself, but then they're like, we don't have time for you, so they leave. And then they go back and they tell like the rest of the tribe like, yo, this fucking white guy's hanging out here, he's being all weird. So the little Indian kids, there's a little skinny tall kid, a little normal sized kid, and then a little chubby kid. Dude, they're like fucking come down, like the cast to come down, but like as little Native American kids, and like there's like a part where he's like,
"Bam,
yeah,
sucking on my dick."
Dude, their little snobberous kid is so fucking funny, and he starts chuckling at one point, and then the guy's name is like Lieutenant something or other, but they call him Lieutenant, and then they're like all riding up behind him on a horse when they're moving to chase the buffalo, and there goes, "Hey, Lieutenant," and like the little
I'm looking up the
kids
dances with kids.
Dude, they're so fucking funny. It's just like there's that meme going around that like there was like some Disney movie, some Pixar movie that came out, and it was like, this is just Cum Town. This is like every guy with every fucking cast of every podcast. It's like a chubby guy, a Jewish guy, and then a normal looking guy with a beard. And like then they're like, yeah, that's literally Cum Town. And then like fucking I watched Dances with Wolves. I was like, ah! It's Cum Town again.
I'm not finding the picture. I'll have to watch it on
Dude,
Netflix.
It's so good. It's so fucking funny.
I'm gonna fucking snap it to you later.
Holy fucking shit. That movie made me laugh so fucking hard.
We were talking about the death penalty and shit, and
yeah.
I was saying the other night, like,
should give it to him.
No, I think that like
murder by death.
I think there should be like an eye for an eye.
Really? Like,
I think if someone like blew my mom's head off, like I should legally be allowed to blow their fucking head off.
If someone blows your mom, you should be legally allowed to blow them.
Yeah. That's fair. But I'm just saying, like, if someone shot your fucking head off, like, I would kill them. Like, if someone murdered my friends, or like, I think I should, I don't know.
Here at the BLACKTOOth Podcast, we take family seriously.
And subscribers. If any of you get murdered.
Yeah, especially, anyone that's
Alex
commented.
Daly, fucking Aaron Morrell.
Yeah, any of you
Brendan
cats.
Shepard,
anybody fucks
Stu.
with them, you're fucking with us.
You're fucking with the BLACKTOOth family.
We'll dox you. No.
We'll send the pests after you. Oh, and they pet. No, but like, I don't know.
Joe and Jay.
Like the things were like this dad, like his kid got like brutally raped by someone, and the dad like.
Would you say you got raped to death?
No, he didn't die.
Fuck.
Not your forte, but
so close.
But the dad fucking shot a dude and killed him, and he only got like 3 years or something. I don't think you should get any fucking years.
No, that's... Wait, are you talking about that guy that is like the guy that shot the guy in the airport, like back in the 80s?
No, this was like a recent thing.
Oh, because there's like that one video that's like real famous.
Jack Ruby or whatever.
No, Jack Ruby's the guy that shot Lee Harvey Oswald, and Lee Harvey Oswald's the guy that shot Kennedy. No,
he was a patsy. We can...
Yeah, we can
next
get...
one.
Yeah, conspiracy. Yeah, conspiracy pod.
QAnon, dude.
Black Q. Q-tooth. I don't fucking know. What am I talking about? All right, but no. There's this video that's like real famous of this guy, and it was in the Baton Rouge airport, which I drove by several times when I worked down in Louisiana. But this guy, they befriended this kind of dude that was like down on his luck, and he was a karate instructor. And the guy kind of was like ingratiated into this family. Was like, hey, because you guys are like putting me up and like being so courteous, I'm gonna give your kid free karate lessons. And then like opened his own karate studio. But it turned out like the whole time he was molesting this kid. And he flew to a karate tournament somewhere in I think like
California. I'm pretty sure. I think I remember this.
And then like they caught him. Like the police out there was like something awry with the parents, and they like they thought there was like abuse, and then someone followed up on it or whatever. And he got caught, and they were extraditing him from California back to Louisiana. And the dad waited in the airport with a gun, and he was like on a payphone, turned around, and then as they're doing the perp walk by, he turns and fucking shoots him.
He was on the phone with his buddies.
Yeah, he's like,
get ready.
Yeah, and then
he
turned around and shot the guy. I thought that was what you were talking about.
That was gangster. No, this is a more.
But they
recent one.
I think that guy saw like probation. I don't even think he did time.
No,
like,
he didn't do any time.
Yeah, like
he literally did like. I don't want to say like a few years probation or something.
And I'm pretty sure the sheriff that was walking him knew who he was too, because they knew his name. Like they were like, "Oh, so and so."
Hey, Bobby, why would you do that?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh no, Bob, like why would you do that?" Like, and they all were just like, "Yeah, it's, like." That's honestly, I see that as like completely.
The only argument against it is like the wrongfully convicted or whatever. But like
that's fair. Like
I don't know if you saw someone you knew came in and just like took a shotgun to Jay's chest, like I think you should be allowed to avenge that legally.
Yeah, like I mean,
and there's no like changing my mind on that. Like,
no, I don't think that it should be like legal, but I don't hold anybody like that does that like I
you shouldn't have to use a crime of passion defense and try and get 15. Like,
No,
it
should be
you
like,
shouldn't do any fucking time for
it should
that.
be transparent. This was retribution, and like I'm not talking like, oh, like an honest mistake happened, and like, you know, or like a doctor, like for example, like the doctor that was like working on my mom when she was like sick. Like if I was like, I'm gonna go out and fucking shoot that bitch in the face because the vaginal mesh didn't work, like that's illogical. Like that's a crime of passion. But yeah, I'm retarded in that situation.
Nah,
Like,
fuck that doctor. Go kill him.
nah, it's like that's a
For
whole
the family.
That is
fucking with
I don't want to talk about this on the pod, but that
Yeah.
is like that. Like that's what I mean though. Like you got it. Like if it's like
That's where it
someone
gets gray, because-
someone kicks my door in and shoots my dad, and I live, dude. That person is getting run through a fucking table saw, fucking
Yeah.
nuts first. Are you fucking kidding me? Like
That's what I'm just like,
that's
and
it.
you should be allowed to do that.
You know, like I don't know if it's like I will take whatever the ramifications are for that though, and I'll own up to that. I don't like. I
there
mean,
shouldn't be
there should-
ramifications. Is my
that's,
point. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying too. Like
because
I
that guy
agree.
who got 3 years for killing, like, 3 years is a long fucking time. He shouldn't even get that.
It's 3 years you could be spending with the
His
fucking
kid.
with like the people that he has left, right?
His
like-
kid didn't die. His
Oh,
kid
his
just
kid
got.
oh yeah, I forgot he got raped. I'm sorry.
He just got like brutally fucking butt fucked, and like his. Sure.
sorry. So we had to go to these alcohol meetings, like, but it was like basically like student council. Like you were going to a board of your peers, and the board of your peers would be like, "Oh, you're in college. Like you should be more responsible than drinking while you're in college." And it's like, fuck off. Like
Do you know what college is?
exactly. There's like literally that saying in South Park. There's a time and a place for everything, and it's called college. And my mom pointed at the television and was like, "That is the truest fucking statement ever. Get it out of your system." And sure enough, I did.
Yeah.
But like, they were like fucking like we wouldn't be doing anything. We would be in the room being quiet and just have a couple like a 6-pack between like 4 people and like just be drinking a beer before we go out somewhere, and they'd kick the fucking door in and be like inspection and be like, "Oh, you guys are drinking again?
6-pack of
What a
fucking
surprise.
bud."
What a surprise." And then give us a fucking citation. We had to go to this fucking like board of our peers who were like, "Oh, you're drinking in college? Like you should, don't you know that's an irresponsible act? Well, you're going to be put on academic probation," which means fucking nothing. It means you get like shit listed for the next year if you try to reapply for living in the dorm. And at this point, we had so many fucking violations we couldn't even do that. Like one of my roommates got kicked out for the last 2 months. He was in college. He was living in the park. He's living in the parking lot in his fucking car.
Oh,
dude, it was bad.
rough. I was
Dude, it
gonna
was
say
bad.
to get a motel room or something.
No, you had to drive home to Connecticut every weekend. His dad would yell at him, so he'd be there for 2 days, do all his laundry, and then go and like it was his penance because like the parents paid for the fucking semesters, rent.
Where was he
So,
showering? Just like gym or something?
yeah, there was like a health center on campus. Like they'd let him into the dorms and like he'd go back to his old room and like take naps and shit. But like he just couldn't
live
like
there at
occupy
night,
that
yeah.
room. Yeah, like and I don't know, it was a fucked up situation. But yeah, so we had to do these like alcohol. We had these alcohol hearings like every fucking month, and then I was like, oh, I got to make a student film, and I had to like shoot it on real film too. So I was like, what's something that like I can communicate non-verbally that's like a total pain in the ass? And it's like these alcohol hearings. So I like just named it like alcohol hearing today, and the whole movie was like it's supposed to, the thing you were illustrating was cross-cutting, that I knew how to cross-cut a story without like any verbal like indicators, like I'm over here, now I'm over here, and that's like there's 2 independent stories going on within the same story, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino movie, or like the A story in Sopranos and then like the B story in Soprano, like something like that. So the one was Mark and my roommate Derek had to get up for this alcohol hearing, and Derek gets up and goes there on time, and he takes his morning shower and brushes his teeth and shaves and everything, and then like looks at himself in the mirror, goes down, walks to the thing, and then Mark oversleeps and like doesn't read the alarm, and then gets up and is like brushing his teeth and shaving in the shower at the same time, and like leaves with like his pants not on and shit. It's just silly.
Yeah.
And then they get there. But there's like a scene that Mark is like, that may be your finest work like ever, but you can overcrank film like in a camera, so it's the same effect of like slow motion, but like when it's on film you got to do a couple of things to the Bolex, the camera, to like actually create the illusion so it doesn't like look all fucked up. And like one of those is like you open up the gate a little bit, because the faster the film goes the less light it's exposed to. This is overly technical for no fucking reason, so I'll just get to the point.
Keep going.
No, it's just like it's like one of those like things where it's like it takes like it's an actual
skill.
Yeah, as a like you got to actually like know what you're fucking doing to achieve this effect, but it's like a slow-mo. So I get Mark fucking booking it around this corner in like crystal clear fucking like celluloid, and it's just a perfect slow-mo of him with a big grin on his face. And he's like, that may be your fucking best work that you've ever fucking done. But like everybody,
do you still have that clip?
Yeah, I do. I have it on my laptop. I'll try to
fucking
I'll fucking send
it in the intro or something.
Yeah, I'll splice it in there. I got a fucking good intro for this week too. I got Billy Joel freaking out on stage.
Oh, dope.
Dude,
I love Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's in Russia and he like knocks his keyboard over. Bro,
what was the reasoning?
He was just pissed off. I don't fucking.
My fucking keyboard's out of tune.
He's yelling at the fucking audience at one point. Then he gets the mic and smashes
like,
it.
You fucking communist.
Yeah, dude, he was so fucking. He's like, let me do my fucking thing. You're like, shut up. Like,
sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Sing me a song, you're the penis man.
The fire.
You didn't suck my penis. We're just gonna do Come Town bits because they're funnier than me explaining how film works. But
you didn't suck my penis. It was always burned.
SCROCCA. My penis is on fire today. You got it out of my fucking face.
All day now in my head. You didn't suck my penis. It was always burned since the world's been turned.
Just do Come Town bits.
CYFHLIS. Syphilis.
That's wait. Try that again.
Or is it SY?
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
I thought it was a C. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Thought the same thing for many a years until I thought I had it.
SYPA. I didn't hear that till like a second later.
Delayed reaction.
He's got the.
And we're back. Okay, so wait, I got one more funny student film thing, and it's like kind of something because like remember we were talking about that Lansky movie, and I was like I kind of touched on like the reason that like writers like current screenwriters kind of fucking put shitty movies out that just get dumped on like Prime and Netflix and shit. It's because like back in the day, film was such a process. It was like such a slower process to get like a film from start, like from pre-production to the last cut and post-production. It was so much like more than it is right now, where you just have like digital everything, and it's like you can pretty much slap together a movie in 2 months if you really wanted to and had the right bankroll.
People are making fucking movies on iPhones.
Yeah,
like, literally.
I forget the fucking name of the dude, but he just put out another movie and I want to see it. But the guy that made fucking Tangerine, did you ever see that one? Mm-mm. It was the first feature-length film shot on an iPhone. It's about trans hookers in Florida, and it's brilliant. It's like a really good film.
Is it on any streaming service or?
I think it's on Hulu.
Even if I have to like. YouTube, you can just buy movies on demand. Like, yeah. I'll spend the $3 to see a good movie.
It's a really good movie. Yeah. It's like you think like, oh, Joe's like, yeah, gay fucking trans prostitutes, whatever. No, it's really well done. Yeah. It's like super fucking captivating. That's fucking awesome.
The Fart Tooth podcast.
Tooth fart.
So yesterday, I'm chilling at my girlfriend's sister's house. They just got like a pit bull dog, or not, I was gonna say puppy, but he's like 3. So they just got a new dog though. We were dog sitting, and he's fucking awesome. Shout out to Zeke. But their kid, he's like 5. He was on the phone with his grandmom, like on FaceTime, showing her the dog and stuff. And he came and like jumped on me on the couch, and I was laying down on my stomach, and I didn't think he still had the phone. Like I thought like he was just messing around with me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna fuck with him. So I ripped a big fart right on his leg. And he jumped up, and he was still on the phone with grandma. And she was like, who was that? And he was like, it was him. And like my face just turned like beet red. Dude, I was so embarrassed. Tina was cracking up like you are right now. I like immediately got flushed. I was like, I'm sorry. Oh, dude. And then like his dad, her son, was like, it's fine. She's used to it. But I was like, fucking.
That's a good segue.
Nothing like farting and just being embarrassed by it immediately.
Speaking of messes around your girlfriend, why don't you tell everybody why this AM podcast started at 1 in the afternoon?
Because I couldn't find my car keys and they were.
Because your girlfriend made a mess.
No, we don't cut that part out. We're gonna talk about my girlfriend's messy room on air.
I just like there's like a thing that's like it triggers literal anxiety for me. I put it on the set list just because this might be like.
I don't want to talk about
that. No, we can talk about mine then. It's fine. Like you don't have to broach it. I just was saying like you sent me that picture and it fucking like sent chills up my spine.
That was me though, because I fucked everything up.
I understand that, but like yeah, dude, I had a girlfriend.
I'm a messy person, so like you can talk about messy friends too. Like,
that's fine. dude, there's a girlfriend that I dated for a really long fucking time. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I went on vacation with her one time. She knows I'm kind of a neat freak. I like fold my clothes before I put them in my suitcase, and like all my dirty clothes that I don't use, they're like I fold them and put them in a bag, and then it's like a process, and it's kind of OCD, but it's like it makes it so I know I have
fold
everything.
Dirty clothes.
Like, I mean, but like I know I have everything. I don't have to like have an
Shuffle
anxiety.
through, yeah.
Like, so she was like making fun of me how it's like it gives me anxiety like when my clothes are all over the place, and she like fucking took her fucking bag with all of her clothes and dumped it out on the fucking floor and then started throwing it everywhere.
That's
and I'm
cool.
like, what the fuck? And then she sees me like starting to like spaz about that, and then takes all my clothes and dumps them out.
Oh, this chick fucking
dude,
rules, dude.
Who
was this?
I'm not telling you. I wanted to fucking
Just
belt
type
her.
it then. You don't have to say it on air.
It's the one that I fucking accidentally broke. Like she tried to punch my nuts and then she hit herself. That one. Yeah, that
She rules.
No, she sucks.
Yeah.
She's a fucking psychopath, dude. That is some
she does suck, but in that application, I think that's fucking hilarious.
It's not funny.
Shout out to her.
Honestly, it's like a bothersome thing. Like when my room is messy, like it's
I literally told Tina today, I was like, because if I lose something, I freak out. I couldn't find my car keys, so I was having like a fucking mental breakdown before I came here. But I was like, if you want to fuck with me, just like take my vape or take my wallet and just like put
something essential.
Just put it under the kitchen sink and just watch me lose my shit for an hour. Like, that's a good prank. She's like, why would I do that? But like, I'm just saying, like, how the clothes immediately triggered you. Like,
yeah, like,
if you want to fuck with me, dude, just like take this grinder and chuck it in the woods when I go inside to pee. And then when I go to leave, I'm gonna be like, where's my grinder? And I'm gonna fucking rip my book bag apart, rip my car apart. Fucking, it's what makes me tick or whatever. Whenever I can't find something, I don't know. It's like literally causes me to have like panic attacks.
That's like, no, I understand that. But like when you sent like that sensation of like not having your shit, like that's why I have my keys on a carabiner all the fucking time. It's because like I gotta fucking like make sure I have that.
I just had them loose because like I let the dog out and like I guess I didn't put him back in my fucking pants or whatever.
But I don't fucking know that shit. Like that picture was like like dude, it fucking. All right, so we're done with that.
Cut that part out.
Do you want to talk about the fucking NFL being rigged? Did you watch Monday Night Football by any chance?
What was it? Rams. Chiefs.
Yeah, I think it was Rams 49ers or something.
Yeah, I
like
remember
that.
I saw like it was like 30-20 towards.
Dude, so
they were coming back, the one team, right? Let me look it up. I watched a little bit of it at a friend's house.
There's a guy on that team named David Long, and I'm not gonna
Rams Cardinals.
Yeah, Rams Cardinals. That's who it was. So, I was like talking to this guy in the poker room. He's this old guy named Joe. Shout out Joe. He does not know how to use YouTube, but like he like goes there. He's like an old man Scrocky. He makes the physical bets and like he drives there, but then he plays poker all day. But like I just don't think he has like an old like he's old.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
want to
old
look at his
school.
phone. But like
he's definitely not listening.
He's a fucking handicapper though. He back in the day when like you used to have to go to like the mob like in the early 90s to like place your bets in Atlantic City. Like he was one of the dudes that would like run numbers for the mob. Like he was a fucking legit guy. Like he knows how to handicap football very well. And I ran into him on Sunday and was like, "You got any picks?" He's like, "Nah, but something was weird about the line on Monday." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "It keeps going up and then down and then up and then down." And I'm like, okay, they must know something. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. And I'm like, I wonder what it is.
I'm going to hammer this.
I didn't hammer it, but I had a free $20 bet because I bet $100 over UFC and basically made $101. So, like, you know, I had a fucking free $20 bet. So I put $20 on the fucking Rams and the total being under. Now, let me break something down for you.
Rams won, right?
Yeah, Rams won.
This is a parlay or are these two individual bets?
This is one bet. It's a parlay, but it's like a teaser bet. One of those where it's like it's like its own button. But
so if you don't hit the total, do you still cash?
No. They're not independent of each other. Yeah. It's just one bet. So it's one. It's not. It's that
teaser. What's the difference between a teaser and a parlay? Because I always hear about teasers.
Parlay. You make yourself teasers something that they generate for you, and it usually statistically has better odds than a parlay. So like where a parlay will net you like something
teasers
random.
Just a preset fucking parlay basically.
Yeah, but they might like so on this one. It was the total was over under 52.5. But for this, the only reason it stuck out to me was the total and the money line as one teaser was 51 even, and I'm like, that's kind of sus. I think that they're favoring the over, or they're going to be favoring the under. and it was like 51. Like I've bet every Monday night football, it's always been 48 from the fucking start. So they knew something, and I'm like, okay, under seems kind of like over would seem sus if it's 51 flat, because then they would just make it 52, because then you got, theoretically it would be one score, both teams get 3 touchdowns and a field goal, that's 24 apiece, so that would be what, 52?
Yeah.
No, it'd be 48, and then 50, yeah, so 52. If the line was at 52, that would be a one-score decision where a field goal or a touchdown would give you the over. But, like, I saw it as, like, 3 touchdowns and a field goal apiece plus, like, a weird number. Nah, I'm going under. That was my logic on it. And the last 3 Monday Night Footballs have all hit the under, and I bet on every one.
What was the total line? 51-5?
51, no, yeah, it was 51 flat. 51.
And it was 30-20 was the final, right?
No, it's 30-23.
Oh.
So, well, here's what my complaint is. There's a guy named David Long, and I'm not, like, in the position to accuse someone of points shaving, but I think there was a fix on this game, because combined with what Joe said, plus the last fucking drive that the fucking Cardinals had, David Long went to make a routine interception. The ball was thrown directly towards him, and then he just never squeezed the ball. He just kind of like fell on his arms, and it like was one of those things where, like, if you like, that stops the clock when the other team has no timeouts. It's a very catchable ball. Like he's like, I'm not saying he's got the fix in or something like that, but they might have told them to, like, do what you can to keep this drive alive and, like, generate as much. Like, I don't know. It seemed like point shaving to me. And it's like, I can't find the replay of it either. Like, I'd have to go through the entire fucking game to find it. But it was like one of those, like, glaring, like, that was a deliberate...
It wasn't like a fucking, my bad, I dropped it. It was like a...
He didn't even do the thing that they do. You know, when they're, like, on their bellies and they fucking spaz because they missed the interception? Yeah. Dude, he's just, like, laying there and then just gets up like nothing happened. And I'm like, that's fucking sus. They always freak out.
It was like, damn it.
Yeah, they do that, like, baby seal thing. Like, it was just, like, very, like, it stuck out to me. And then, like, sure enough, they put up a fucking field goal and then don't score again. So I'm like, yeah, the fucking total... Like there was something very sus about everything about that. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, people are saying this year,
but
the
even
NFL,
then, the kicker can miss. Like, it's just like...
That's very true. There's been a lot of missed kicks this year, too. But, like even then, all I'm saying is, like, a lot of
Vegas
people,
always wins.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that the NFL season is, like, bizarre this year with, like, the outcomes of these games, like, from a betting standpoint. Like, there's been a lot of statistical anomalies, like a lot of long shots that are, like, paying dividends, and it's very fucking strange. And, like, that's all I'm saying. I'm just putting that out there. Not conspiracy. I just, like...
I think professional sports are absolutely fixed.
Yeah, like, there's gotta be... Like, there's gotta be some contingent of, like, there being, like, some kind of paper trail to these dudes, like, getting performance bonuses on, like that dude missed that fucking thing. I'm sure he got a performance bonus or something to the effect of that. Like, yeah, you kept the game even. Like,
he makes his millions of dollars a year. So I think he's just following orders. If it, like, you know,
if you're told, yeah.
It sounds like I'm in a storm drain over here.
Help!
Totally derailed my train.
Choo choo.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's some grand conspiracy, but even just like with those refs, like, mobbed up shit, like, I just think there's always been a fix in sports. Whether it's it might not be win or lose, but the point shaving, I feel like, is definitely a thing, because those players still want to fucking win.
Yeah.
But if they can affect, like, people missing layups at the end of the games and shit, like, they can affect the total and still win. I don't see people and make money. Like, I would do it. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, like, it's just like one of those weird times where, like, they don't even have to be, like, because back in the day, that was how Jordan got popped for being, like, a huge gambler, because he owed a bunch of people fucking debts, and it's like, it's a very public figure that now owes you money, and
that's
you're
why
like,
he played baseball for a year.
Yeah, like, and he changed his number.
His dad got whacked.
Yeah, is that actually what happened? Because, like,
it's a conspiracy.
I mean,
it's a
like. Is that what? Because I didn't watch that fucking documentary. I don't have fucking 8 hours to dedicate to a fucking guy I don't give a shit about.
I don't fuck about Michael Jr. I think I was behind him this summer on Roosevelt Boulevard when he was in the area.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't see it, but his yacht was at fucking Golden Nugget while I was at Harrah's the one day, and they were like, "Yeah, he's gonna bring it under the if everybody starts running
his
out."
Jet
there.
Was at the airport. My friend Ben works out. Shout out to fucking Ben.
Shout out Ben Doverson.
It's not his name.
Guy fucked.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I was behind him. Should have fucking rear-ended him.
Give me the money. Pay up, sucker.
Give me your hard drive.
Yeah, that's a
fucking
callback.
I was at his last game. His last game ever was in Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I fought Ryan Gill in school that day.
Really?
And Dr. Burke was like, I'm going to tell your mom that you're not allowed to go to Michael Jordan's last game. And then she came in the office. She was like, oh, we're going to that game. Like, she spent like $300 a piece on the tickets. Like, dude. And we were in like the last possible row. And it was the First Union Center. And it's still the same building, but that's what it was called then. And the FU Center. And they had fucking binoculars that you were so high up that there was binoculars under the seat that you put in like 50 cents and you could rent for the game.
I remember those.
Yeah.
I remember those.
And I
fucking
watched
binoculars.
MJ's last game on like fucking binoculars. And my mom made this little like plaque that's got pictures and the tickets, and like we bought a t-shirt, and like it's all like, it's like a little fucking, I don't know.
Your undies from where you creamed because you saw Michael Jordan?
Nah. Bill Cosby was there. He was making faces on the screen and shit. Tons of celebrities were there. It was actually cool.
That is pretty
Boys to Men did the halftime show, and
That's
they gifted him like a Bentley golf cart or something.
What?
Yeah, they drove out in it and like sang like, ooh, MJ, we want to suck on your penis. And they gave him a golf cart.
That's pretty dope, actually.
We didn't suck your penis.
All right, let's pause. We're at an hour. I want to go take a leak.
Right on.
Yeah, what the fuck else we got to talk about? Talk about something funny. What'd you
The
come
Flyers record the last 2 weeks.
with? Fucking 10 losses and then 3 wins, baby.
They're coming back.
Yeah, 3
I don't
wins.
watch sports.
3 wins, baby.
We're on a roll. That's why he's got the jersey on. Go
Always
Flyers.
rocking. Yeah, let's go Flyers, baby. Simone Gagne.
I just like always wear my Mac Miller gear. Like, cool. Shout out to the dead guy.
My favorite artist. He's going to be dropping a new album soon. From
He'll be
heaven.
dropping 6 feet soon.
You already did.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Shout out to Mac.
Yeah, like, shout out to Mac, our buddy Mac.
Yeah, our peer.
Yeah, our peer.
Joe's an artist, a music artist. Joe did drums on his last album.
I did. Actually, that was... Dude, you were never in a high school band, were you?
No. Like a high school band or like in a garage band in
either.
high school? No.
Like, you were never in...
I played guitar, but I never like...
joined up with
No.
a drummer. Anyway, I was in...
Had horrible stage fright.
I mean, that'll
Did
do.
not like playing in front of other people. Even when I was like 3 years into lessons and like a moderately average guitar player, I still was not. I just have bad self-esteem and like fucking stage fright.
You know what's kind of funny is like back in the day, I used to be so fucking annoyed when I'd have to play in front of people. And I still am. Like I enjoy playing in front of people now because it's like, okay, like it's cool enough that you're giving me your attention. Like but when I was like younger and I'd have to like play at the fucking like school band shit, I was like always fucking annoyed.
Annoyed? I was more like nervous. Not annoyed.
Because like I knew I was competent enough, and if I screwed up, it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, they probably won't even catch it because they're just like there to like look at their own kid.
And they're only going to notice the 99% you didn't screw up.
Exactly.
They're not going to notice the one note you missed or the one beat you missed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it was like I would just always be like, yeah, but like, you know, I practiced so hard just for this like one moment, and it would annoy me. I don't know why. It's kind of like
I brought my guitar in 6th grade and played Holiday by Green Day.
Oh yeah.
And I missed one note on the solo, and like
People
everyone
started booing.
No, everyone thought like I was the fucking. Remember how you were like, I'm gonna be popular tomorrow, and like I was the fucking man for a day in 6th grade because like I brought in my electric guitar and played fucking Green Day.
That's pretty badass, kid.
I just remember being so nervous, like just
really.
Yeah, because I'm performing in front of 30 kids, like it's. I would be nervous to perform in front of like my mom or my grandmom at home. Like just they'd be like, "Oh, we're taking you these lessons. Like, what did you learn?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I can't do it in front of people."
I guess what else it was like marching band really soured my fucking like, and like I really fucking hated marching band for so many fucking reasons. But marching band
when they shoved a flute up your ass.
No, that never happened.
Fucking one time at band camp.
I got thrown in a garbage can by like the fucking semi-retarded guy. There's a kid. I won't say his name, but there was a kid that was like.
Was he actually mentally challenged?
He was slow, but he wasn't like slow enough where he was in slow classes, or it was just like he had a mild case of autism or something like that. But
so like us.
Yeah, he's just socially inept. But he was like socially inept in a way where he didn't know how to disguise it through like trying to be funny or like what. Like he was just like socially inept. Like he was the kid that after he graduated, he was in college and would come home from college every weekend to go to the marching band because like his sister was in it, and he missed all of us. And we're like, yo, you're fucking weird. Like he was a senior when I was a freshman. He put me in a trash can.
If he was a senior when you were a freshman, I wouldn't. I was gonna ask you to like text me the name, but I won't even know.
It's nobody that you would know.
I was a freshman when you were a senior, so there's like an 8-year gap.
He was like he was probably when you were a senior. He's still going. He wouldn't go to the football games because he liked football. He went to the football games to hang out with the marching band because he was
pretty cool.
No, he's
just like buying
weird.
beer for 17-year-olds.
No. He wasn't like that either. He was like too socially inept to be that guy. Like people would ask him to buy cigarettes, and he'd be like, "No, no." Like
play your clarinet.
Yeah. But
what instrument did he play?
It wasn't anything masculine. I think it was like flute or clarinet.
Was he good?
No. I mean, but like he sucked up to the teacher, so the teacher would. He's the only man in the fucking thing, and he would suck up to the teacher, so he'd get all the fucking.
In the woodwind section, or
whatever. His sister played the same instrument. I think it was flute, but yeah. Anyway, he was weird, but I hated it because marching band just killed your fucking Friday nights. Tuesdays were cool because we do practice over there, and it was always choreography, and the fucking marching band director hated drummers, so we would never get like put into any of the choreography. So it would just be us like standing
hanging out, shooting the shit,
just
like
hanging out. It was like, all right, you guys have to you're tacit 124 steps, and then on 125 to 130, you have to step 5 feet to your right, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you're good. Put your drums down. Like, it's like that was
wrap it up.
It was it. She would just like for the most part, like the drums would just be in the front, and like all the other people would be doing like interesting
You
choreography.
guys were just kind of like floating around.
Yeah, we would just kind of like walk 5 feet forward and then like 5 feet to the right, and that was it. And then like the year after we started doing drum offs, my friend Vincey fucking shout out Vince. He fucking
shout out to Vincey.
He got the Mainland Drumline to do a drum off with them. I was like, fuck, I graduated a year too fucking late for this shit. Like that was dope. Like I mean, it wasn't like cool because it was just like
it's like that Nick Cannon movie.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of white kids doing it. Like it was not good.
Fucking white people, dude.
They
ruined everything.
They were good. Like they were like the rudiments were succinct. Like they were fucking. It was fucking awful. Like, but I mean, like at least they got to do that. Like I never got anything cool like that. Our fucking drumline just stunk when I was like an upperclassman and like. But yeah, your Tuesdays were cool. Like I said, Tuesdays were cool. That was when I was really drinking too. So like Tuesdays would be like get hammered from like 3 to 4, and then just wander around Ocean City drunk,
like fucking Rick and Morty,
fucking pissing behind every fucking parked car that I could get away with. Dude, it was the best. And then show up at marching band practice, take a nap, like just like lay down on the field.
See, Mainland Hockey used to take my Friday nights, but like I'm playing in a game. I loved it. And then senior year, there was like. The other kids that were seniors, they had played hockey forever. They played on travel teams. Like Mainland was not it for them, but that was all I had. I lived for fucking Mainland. To them, it was like a club team, like just to get more ice time. And we were in the playoffs, and like they were like annoyed. They wanted us to lose out because they're like, dude, just taking every fucking Friday night. Like, what the fuck? Like, I want to fucking drink tonight. I'm like, I'm a fucking senior. Like, we need to win. Like, and they're like, dude, fuck this. Like,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like, just taking on my Friday nights. I play AAA fucking like, I don't need this fucking Division III high school bullshit.
Dude, that fucking that Friday night shit would suck though because like,
I loved it.
Well, I mean, just like not the games. Like, I wouldn't even play in the games. We were just fucking. I'm just sitting there playing my fucking drums, and then like every girl that you think is cute has to see you in this gay fuck. They would make us wear berets.
Dumb fucking.
No, we had
outfit.
to wear berets. That French like floppy hat thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's even worse than the fucking.
So we had to wear our fucking berets, and then like our
French fucking soldiers.
Our cadence was just a rip off of the movie Drumline. If you listen to the end credits of Drumline, our cadence. So every time we walk anywhere, we would have to walk in cadence. Yeah, that shit. Like you would have to do that everywhere. It was just like if you've seen that
movie, you hear the same bump. Bump, bump, bump. Are they doing like the little fucking songs like between the fucking plays and shit?
Like whenever we'd fucking do Atlantic City, they would have like really cool fucking chants. But like the only cool thing that we would do, and it was just funny to us because the drummers would like, we had to go to cheerleading practice a couple of times every season because there's one cheer that they do where they have to learn rhythm. And cheerleaders are the most arrhythmic people on the face of the earth. They suck. You can't count to 4. They're worried about getting like some making sure their hand doesn't go up each other's snatches when they do the fucking like that's literally, dude, that is literally what they fucking do. That is like their fucking job is just make sure you don't grope the fucking person that you're holding. Like that's like
I think cheer might be a little more difficult than you're leading on. Shout out to
they're heavy fucking morons. They're so fucking stupid. So like
it's a sport, Joe.
But like so we would have to do one song.
Shout out to cheerleaders.
You're a dick. It's the song. It's dun dun dun, 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 and it gets faster. So we would have to do that because they would have to learn how to cheer in time, but they couldn't count to fucking 4 because they're fucking retarded. And it was like the song gets faster and they're supposed to keep up with it. And we're showing them, like, we're the drummers. We're showing them, hey, so like this is your rhythm. Keep to the rhythm, and then when it gets faster, you just double the rhythm, and like trying to show that, like explain them that, and they're just like fucking falling down.
Right,
they're fucking falling down and laughing at each other. It's like, yo, like you're eating up an entire day of my fucking time.
To you
dumb
fucking
holes.
drum nerds, like they probably are like, these guys are fucking
These
losers.
guys don't
I'm gonna go blow the quarterback after the game. Like, dude, I don't care about Frenchie beret tits.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
Just
they're taking fucking selfies and shit.
There's a big disconnect there. Like, ladies, you're off beat, and they're like, fuck you, nerd.
It wasn't like even our suggestion. We would just have to fucking do it. It was the band director's suggestion because we had to do that one
you just
thing.
wanted to look at cheerleaders for an hour.
No, we didn't. They're so dumb. They fought.
Not
like,
you, him.
No, it was a lady.
Oh.
Her name was.
She's a lady.
Everybody just called her DT because that was her initials, but I would call her DP, and I wondered why she hated me. Raised my hand. Excuse me, DP. It's DT Joe.
DP, double penetration.
She hated me. She was one of those teachers that tried to fucking give me a in-school suspension, and my mom fucking came in and fucking tore her up. Like, literally was like, you took me out. She gave her the speech from fucking the Bad Times at the El Royale. She's like, my time is worth $100 an hour, and you pulled me away from my fucking job to tell me that my kid sneezes too loud. Which she literally did.
Were you sneezing loud?
I got written up for sneezing. It was dusty as fuck in the band room because everything's like dusty and like it's the high school.
Are you a loud sneezer?
I mean, like sometimes.
I don't really. I've never noticed. We've been buddies for like 10 years.
I just fucking sneeze, and like I fucking sneezed, and she was like, "You're being obnoxious," and gave me a fucking write up, and then I had to go to fucking in-school office and the guidance.
Isn't that shit the worst in school? Because like it's your word against theirs, and they have way more credibility, and it's just like, this teacher's a fucking asshole. Like, I didn't do anything. Like,
the teacher that ran in school was friends with my mom, and the teacher was like, no, the band director's clearly picking on your kid, and then called my mom in, and my mom like tore the band director a new asshole. She's like, the next time you're gonna bother me with this fucking shit, just just send me an email or something like that.
Nice.
And then got up and left, and the teacher was just like, oh, like
fucking
fuck you, DT.
When I got in trouble with Ganavati, Campo was like, yeah, we've been having a lot of issues with her. Like, I didn't even get in trouble. I just got like referred out of the class.
Oh, really?
Because he's like, yeah, it's been a lot of complaints. Or he said something like
on her, like about her.
Yeah, he's like, we'll just say you're not wrong or something. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like, and he put me in like Dr. Woolrab's class and just fucking shuffled me out. Yeah.
That's a G right there. Paul Mary was always a fucking good cat when he was in the middle school. Like,
Paul Mary was solid, and then Barth took over.
I never was there for him, but Paul Mary, when he was in the middle school, he got me out of trouble one time.
Paul Mary was the fucking man.
Dude, he got me out.
Barth was a cunt, dude. He'd have like classic rock playing on his laptop and like a visualizer going, and he would just talk down to you. Like, he was just such a cunt. Like,
never had him. I just remember he was a cocksucker when I'd see him in the fucking hallways. But Paul Mary, I got caught lying one time to a teacher because like when something would happen and you would go to you would have to run attendance or some shit. Like, I forget why I had to go to the office.
Down to the office.
But there was a car accident that happened in front of the school, and I walked in and it was like, hey. I heard there was a car accident and the teacher wants to know what happened, and the fucking lady that was behind the desk that you got to give a shit to, she's like, well, the teacher would already know. And Paul Mary just like stuck his head out. He's like, whoa, like, yo, take it easy on him.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's like a fib, but like, just tell him no. Like, don't fucking flip out on him.
Don't feed into that.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, he calmed her down. I was like, just go back to class. Get out of here. Like, he was a fucking.
Barth was a douche, and then in my 8th grade year, they brought in this. Barth got bumped up to like Paul Mary's spot.
Yeah.
And then they brought in this lady, Miss Urbano, and she was fucking cool. Like, she was young and like understanding, and like I got in trouble for tagging my initials all over the school, and like they could have like really butt fucked me on that, and she just like made me stay after and like clean them up, and like she didn't like, I don't know, she wasn't like a douche about it, and because I was tagging my initials everywhere, and then someone got the bright idea to like frame me, and someone put a big JNS on like the front of the fucking school, like under the middle, and I didn't do it. But she actually like believed me.
Really?
Because it wasn't, I used to like connect the letters, and it wasn't the same as my tag.
Did you make the S like everybody does with the 3 lines and then the 3 lines?
No, it was just a JNS, but they were just connected, so I could do it in one just like stroke of the pen or whatever the fuck.
Stroke of the penis.
But she was cool. Like, she actually believed me and like didn't
suck the penis. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail it. Sorry.
Shout out to her. I think she still actually works in the upper school system. She was really, I don't know. Like, there's definitely some good teachers and administrators that like that could have like. That wasn't like a vulnerable situation, but like she handled it well and like didn't make me feel like a fucking piece of shit, and like she was understanding, and like I don't know, like there's two ways to like
we were like
discipline a child, and like
we were really blessed going to that middle school because like I've heard like you see the fucking dipshits that Ocean City's middle school churns out, and you're like, yeah, you guys got something fucking wrong upstairs. Like it's just like a sense of entitlement like coupled with like being coddled.
I thought the Ocean City kids were cool.
They're like cool. They're cool, but they're like maladjusted in comparison because they didn't have access to fucking teachers that believe him. So you end up with kids that are like Greg Hoyle, who just lived in fucking what's his name's office when he wasn't in jail. I'm gonna have to bleep his name. I don't think it was Campo. It was the other guy, the disciplinarian guy.
Jamison or
No, it was something.
The one dude with the G.
It was before Jamison was principal, but it was Jamison's office, and then Jamison became principal, and then that guy.
I forget that disciplinarian's
name. The bald guy, but dude, like that guy was
Campo was the bald guy.
Was it Campo?
Yeah.
It might have been Campo then, but yeah, and like he would fucking be such a cunt to me because like I'd have to go down there once in a while to just do something for TV media because when we'd have actually
who was the cunt? Campo or
Campo? Yeah. Well. All right, I'll tell this story, and then we got like 5 minutes left, so I'll tell this, and we can wrap up.
All right.
We had a situation, a difficult situation. Did you ever take TV media?
No.
I know Stu did. I know Stu. Shout out Stu. Stu was in my class when I was a senior. Stu was in my class with my girlfriend. Stu. Oh fuck! I gotta bleep.
I never heard this story.
I gotta.
No, you don't have to bleep any of this.
No. Fuck that. I gotta bleep her. But anyway, so. Anyway, I'll tell you.
You were dating her, and then she had a crush on Stu, and she vocalized this to you, or
yeah, she told me about that. I was like kind of a dick to Stu that year, but I was also a dick to Stu when I was on lacrosse.
And then you brought her to his house, and she took a big fudgy turd in his fucking non-functioning toilet.
And then that night I fucked her, and she reminded me of that too. After the fucking fudge napper fucking dropped
She's
off.
like, yeah, we were at that guy's house I wanted to blow.
No, that's exactly what it was. I thought you were gonna say I was at that guy's house and take a shit in a toilet that doesn't work.
It's like I know, I was there.
I know.
I had to get a bucket of water.
You can smell it from here.
It stunk.
That is the funniest fucking thing.